All right, here we are. Welcome back to week 2 of your distance learning. We're going to take a break from areas of parallelograms, rhombuses, trapezoids, and all that good stuff to give you some special right triangles and trig knowledge. So we're going to start out with the two special right triangles. So here they are, 45, 45, 90 triangle and a 30, 60, 90 triangle. So if they fall into either of these classes, you have two main properties for each. So for 45, 45, 90, the legs are congruent. So here's one down here. The legs would be side V and side 4. So they would be congruent. Remember that other side across from the right is the hypotenuse. So the other property is any leg times radical 2 equals the hypotenuse. Right, so that's for this type. For 30, 60, 90 triangles, you need the short leg times 2 is the hypotenuse, and the short leg times 3 equals the long leg. Now remember, in these triangles, here's one here, you'll have a short leg, which is obviously shorter than the long leg. Remember, again, the side across from the right is the hypotenuse. So the first thing you have to do is basically figure out which type of triangle you have, and there are only these two types. So if you look at number 1, well, of course, it's a 45, 45, 90 because it says 45. So typically that's 45, here's 90. This will be a 45 even though it's not given. The other way you may see this is that there's tick marks on the side where V is and another tick mark here. Remember, that would be a right isosceles triangle, which is also 45, 45, 90. Right, for 11, well, these, there's no surprise, you have to have 30 or this would be 60. Remember, you've got the triangle sum theorem. So you've got to have 180 degrees in a triangle. So if that's 30, that's 90, that has to be 60. So these will fall into the two main categories we have. So let's just solve these. So again, noticing number 1 is a 45, 45, 90. The legs are congruent. So V and 4 have to be both the same variable. It's also both the same value. So V equals 4. Right? And then if you take any leg, since this is 4 and this is 4, it doesn't matter which one. If you multiply by radical 2, you get the hypotenuse. So 4 times radical 2, or 4 radical 2, is u. And that's problem 1. All right, for 11, again, this is a 30, 60, 90. So find the short leg. Well, that's your long leg. This is your short leg. This is hypotenuse. So the short leg times 2 is the hypotenuse. So literally double 7, and u would be 14. Right? Also, if you have 7, short leg times radical 3, it's right here, gives you the long leg, so 7 radical 3 is this length. And you've solved those. Now, of course, these are more straightforward. You'll have different problems with, say, a number for u here. To go backwards, you'll have to divide by radical 2. So do the opposite of what these say. All right, same thing over here. Say you have the hypotenuse for this 30, 60, 90. You would have to divide by 2 to get the short leg, then multiply by radical 3 to get the other long leg. All right, so hopefully this helps. And figure out the rest of your solutions on the CUDA worksheet and submit them on the Google form, and you will be done for today's assignment. Thank you. Bye.